Hello my love, so today we are going to unbox together the Wild Lands Tarot. I just bought this deck now on Amazon Prime and I haven't heard about this deck before until Amazon recommended it to me. So it was recommended by Amazon. The reason why I decided to add this deck to my collection is because for a while now I have been on a quest to find some decks that would depict the Japanese culture because I have Japanese background. And it's been very hard to find that, it's easier to find decks depicting Chinese culture, but Japanese is not easy at all. And the ones that I've seen, they are more like cartoonish and sometimes even manga. I think it's called manga, that kind of artwork, which is not my cup of tea as well, at all. And this one here, I think they are more like pictures. So let's see together, right? Let's find out about this deck together. I must start saying that the box is pretty small, which is nice, pretty compact. And here we go. Let's see this beauty here then. Wild Lands Tarot, created by Leah Shoman. Published by Sacred Scribe Publishing, and it says here $29.99, but I didn't pay that because it was on sale. 20 something, I think I paid. So it says Wild Lands Tarot, run the lands and the ancient wisdom will be revealed. Wild Lands Tarot contains photographic captures of my travels around the globe. I've wandered this planet to energetic centers to receive informational downloads from the land and its guardians to impact specific key light codes into Gaia's ley lines, transforming and transmuting density. This deck contains photographs from these incredibly powerful locations, and in viewing them, you too will receive this code. So it's not just Japanese and Egyptian, right? The background of the Polaroid photographs are multi-layered, creating a double exposure effect, and at times there will be more than one geographic location depicted. So can we call that collage? The overlaid holographic foil is an extra layer of symbolism to activate your pineal gland and transport you into every scene. Very different, isn't it? So you have a very sturdy, nice box here. It opens like this. Oh, they are actually in the size of Polaroid pictures. So here in the box it says, keep going, there is more to see. It's like a foil, silver. Allow this lens to open my channel further. Allow me to crack open and receive even more deeply. Allow me to learn, to teach, to grow, to connect. Hear my words and reverberate them so loudly everyone, even those who are not yet awake, can feel them. In all my gratitude for your wisdom, your lens, and your love, Leah Shoman. Shoman, yeah. Room to reveal. So we have this. It's a very nice box, and I like when the box is in the same size as the deck and the booklet. I like when it's compact like this because then I can keep the cards inside the box. Very nice just for storage. So we're going to have here. This first one is a card by the creator. It's very interesting. So let's take a look at the guidebook later, okay? Let's go first through the cards, then we come back to. So let's see here, let me show you. This is the deck. It is the same size as Polaroid pictures. Here I have my Bonfire Tarot 2nd edition. So it's a little, slightly bigger. And then I have a typical US games here. Let's see. So it's more like a square. It's not a square, but it's closer to a square. The cardstock is nice. It's very nice. It's smooth, not too thick, not too thin. Very nice cardstock. I think I showed you the back already. We have this signs here. You have some foil. See the full. This one is something that, I don't know, I think it's a Japanese image. And you have here, handwritten, the name of the card, the title of the card. Guys, it's beautiful. Look, this magician. So you have the symbols there. The High Priestess. Whoa. The Empress. I would prefer to see just one woman in the Empress card, but it's very interesting. You see, it's Japanese. Here the Emperor is another Japanese image. They are like Polaroid pictures. So different. I don't have anything like this in my collection. The Hierophant. I don't know. You can see how there's a lot of Japanese images here. So when I was reading the box, I was kind of, oh, maybe it's not what I thought, but it is. Here's the Egyptian look. Well, I'm having a feeling with this deck. Very interesting, but I will wait a little bit to share with you because I want to see a little bit of the minor arcana. But so far, it feels like a lot of air. Look, this hanged one. It feels like lots of air for me, which is an element that I almost don't have. So it's a little, can be sometimes uncomfortable, can be sometimes harder for me to grasp this element, air. And it feels very elementary for me. Lots of blues. Here we have the sun with Egypt. Sometimes some cards, you may say, oh, I don't think it really, the image is not connected to the meaning of the cards. Maybe you can think, but I like this deck sometimes because it opens, they can help us to open our minds to something different. Two of Wands. Look, this Three of Wands. There's a person here, almost transparent. Lots of Japanese pictures, so I'm very happy so far. That was what I was looking for. This is the Six of Wands. They almost give me sometimes, well, Eight of Wands. Some of them, they are more like a Marseille feeling, you know, like pip cards, pipish. Look, the Page of Wands. Here, the Knight of Wands. Oh no, we have people. I would say that we don't have people, but they are almost transparent here. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Now we are going to move into Cups. So these two birds, cute. Two of Cups. You don't have people here. Yeah, see? For me, it feels like almost peepish. Five of Cups. I have a person here. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. These decks, it feels like at the same time, it feels like a air element deck, but at the same time, it feels like Six of Cups. At least, I don't know if it's because of the images from Japan, images that I've seen in family pictures, of course. Because actually, my grandmother, my mother's mother, she had an identical twin sister. One of them stayed in Japan, and my grandmother, she moved to Brazil, but she was married with kids already. So in the end of the day, I grew up having tons of contact with Japanese culture and Japanese wisdom and Japanese education. Look, the Three of Swords. So actually the swords here, they change at anks. So it's more like Egyptian. Five. Six is beautiful, look. It's beautiful. Yeah. The little cats here. I really like this deck so far. Of course, I'll have to read with, oh, look at this, these roses. It feels to me that this is the kind of deck that the more you look at the cards, you will be able to find different meanings, different point of view about that card. So it is the Knight, the Queen. So when it comes to Japan, they showed more people, and when it comes to Egypt, they showed statues. Let's see what would be coins. Coins, I think mountains. Lots of mountains going on here. The Three of Coins. Four of Coins. It is a little bit Marseille, isn't it? Not many people here. Nine of Coins. Have birds as well and some feathers. 10 of Coins. Oh, this one is beautiful. The Page of Coins is beautiful. Let me show you. This is a beautiful card. Knight of Coins. It's a camel. Queen of Coins, which is my court card. And King of Coins. Now I'm going to clean this deck, stop to clean this deck, and I'll come back to see how it shuffles, and we can read with it, with the deck a little bit together. We are going to have a sample reading. So we are back, and before we shuffle the cards, I thought about taking a look at the guidebook. So, oh, the text is really small, guys. Look, I just shared a video review about the Wild Unknown Archetypes, Oracle Pocket Edition and Standard, and I was saying that in the Pocket Edition, the guidebook is a little small, the text is a little small, but this one is smaller and a little light. So I saw some people complaining about these kind of things here. Can you see? Yeah. So the guidebook, introduction, how to use the cards, single card pull, 3 card spreads, 5 card spreads, the major arcana and the minor arcana. There's not much here. Oh, what is nice is that then we have the places. For example, the Fool, it says location, Iceland and Japan. So let me see here. Iceland and Japan. The Magician is Japan. So we're going to have the locations here: Iceland, Japan, Ireland, Japan, Singapore, USA. Oh, yeah, but the majority of them, I would say, it's still Egypt and Japan. Yeah, so they have the location. I think that's very nice. So let's see how this deck shuffles. My rings back. I really enjoy when the cards, they are a little smaller, like this one here. I prefer smaller cards than the ones that are too big. And let's see how it shuffles. Let's see if I can shuffle this one, because it's shorter. Too hard for me. Oh no, I can't shuffle this. It's too hard for me. So let's see. It's have to be like this. Because when the cards, they're smaller, they tend to be a little harder to handle, a little stiff, right? That's why when the deck is smaller like this, the cardstock cannot be too thick. I mean, I don't like a thick cardstock. Doesn't matter what's the size of the cards. Like, I really don't enjoy that. But in this case here, it would be even more challenging. Let's see. Maybe if I split in two, I'll be able to, yeah, then I can do that only with half the deck. If I split it in two, still stiff, even though the card's not that thick. Funny. And now let's draw one card so we can read the guidebook and have an idea of how it reads, right? If you want to use the guidebook, stick it together here. 4 of coins. Let's see what the guidebook says. 4 of coins. Saving money, security, conservatism, scarcity, control. Location: Singapore and USA. 4 of coins wants you to look at your relationship with money. You can and have created wealth by maintaining focus on your end goals. At this time, you could potentially be not enjoying your monetary gains, for you are saving too much in fear that you may lose it all. By being conservative with your budget, restricting you from travel or happiness, you are placing too much value on possession and material items. 4 of coins wants you to honor and respect money, but don't become too engrossed in it that you lose sight in friends, family, and love. Definitely, it is a guidebook that if you are a beginner, it's not enough. You'll need another guidebook because it's very restricted. And the thing about these 4 of coins is that we would like to see maybe that the hands, they would be, you know, holding the money, not letting it go like this. So that's just something to think about. Let's see another one here. Oh, the Fool. Beautiful. Now, I'll have to see how these cards, they read, how I'm going to connect to this deck, and I will come back after a while for a review. If it makes sense, if you want to see a review on this deck, I may come back. Not sure yet if this deck's going to be for any specific kind of reading or not. Let's see how I'm going to work with this deck, but I'm glad, I'm happy, because I really wanted a deck with pictures, images from Japan that would not be just cartoonish or manga. So I'm very happy, and let's see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, my love. Lots of love.